And finally this week is Adventureland, written and directed by Greg Mottola, who, if you've seen the trailer for this movie, they make a big deal out of the fact that he directed Superbad. And the way the trailer is constructed, it kind of gives the impression that it's a similar type
Very
movie.
in the same vein, yeah.
And it's really not, which was pleasantly surprising. I liked Superbad a lot. But this one, with Superbad, you had a bunch of characters, teenagers, who were desperately pursuing sex.
Yeah.
Which, that's what teenagers do, especially teenage boys. But in this, and I kind of expected the same sort of thing from this, but it's really, these characters are a little bit older. Mm-hmm. The main character, played by Jesse Eisenberg, has just graduated from college with his undergraduate degree and is preparing to go off to grad school if his alcoholic father can put the money together, which and that's why he gets this summer job at this sort of second-rate amusement park. But I mean, he's really not looking just for meaningless sex, just to experience that. I mean, and really none of the other characters, with the possible exception of the older handyman. Yeah, he's clearly just looking for that. But they're looking for something deeper in it. Yeah. Something more approaching love, really, than just sex.
Yeah, and the Jesse Eisenberg, his character is kind of the philosophical romantic type, and he really kind of views everything through that prism. But there is still some comedy in this, especially when Bill Hader's on screen. He's extremely funny and throughout. But this
and Kristen Wiig, she keeps popping up in movies like this just with these tiny parts, and I'd almost say I'd wish that she would get a more meaty role, but she's so good at just this tiny little supporting thing, and she's very funny too.
Yeah, she is. But in this movie is very honest about what it wants and what it wants the audience to feel about it, and I really watching this, I drew a lot of from my past, and that I saw a lot of that kind of first summer job type of thing that I went through in this. So I mean, I really liked it.
Yeah, so did I. I wasn't completely sold by either Eisenberg or Kristen Stewart, and Kristen Stewart is trying very, very hard to seem grown up, and I think she's only 19 or 20 years old now, and that'll come, but. I didn't necessarily buy her in this particular role. Yeah. I mean, she was good, but she didn't quite sell the character. And Eisenberg, he's always kind of irritating me, some of his mannerisms, really. And he does the same thing in each film. I mean, I liked his character. I didn't really like the portrayal that much, but I still rooted for the character. Yeah. I wanted him to succeed. And if the movie had been like Superbad, I would have been fine with that. But I'm glad to see that it wasn't, because I don't want to see a director like Mottola, who is very good at these honest type of situations, get pigeonholed into that. Yeah. And clearly he has more mature material in him, and I hope things continue along that vein. So make sure you check this one out.
Watching this, I was pleasantly surprised. So, and we'll be right back with our summary.